Hello and welcome to KACS IAS. KACS IAS brings you weekly current affairs dating 2nd August to 8th August. Today we'll be discussing some important articles which has happened, even some of the editorial analysis and even some prelim pointers. So let's start. KACS IAS brings you foundation course 2.0 for prelims and mains 2026 and 2027. So do ensure that you join KACS IAS and get proper foundation course for your target for OPSC 2027. Now, while the current affairs is not all about the politics, it is also about something scientific innovations, and which science also plays a very important role in it. So the context here is Hindu ru gote article aschi, that is cabinet okays 84,084 crore Samudra Manthan for offshore exploration. Okay, and the context which says that Samudra Manthan National Offshore Exploration Scheme. So this is a scheme. So it is all about this Samudra Manthan National Offshore Exploration Scheme, which has been now in news, and it is been in it is the buzz of the internet now. What is there? First, we have to know what is offshore exploration. Let's see. Also, offshore exploration is the search for natural resources, primarily crude oil, natural gas, seabed minerals that lie beneath the ocean. I think you are well aware of these things. Then it requires complex geological, geophysical, engineering methods to locate and evaluate potential reserves hidden beneath the marine waters before commercial drilling or extraction. That means the ocean bed, which carries lots of amount of mineral deposits, the government tries through this scheme that it will explore those minerals for um, future use. And what the future use would be, like if you see, we discuss in a brief that what is this? It ensures deep sea mining. Deep sea mining. Deep sea mining माने कौन? जो sea रो जो beds अच्छे, sea रो reliefs अच्छे कितना? The reliefs, what the sea carries, relief of sea. कौन सेटा हबो? That is your first होची. You can see first is your ocean floor. Then mid-oceanic ridges, then sea mount. These are your relief sea mounts. So now these ocean floor carries polymetallic nodules. Like manganese, copper, cobalt, all these it carries. Then, and this mid-oceanic ridges, these also carry some mineral deposits such as zinc, lead, copper, all such things. It carries cobalt, copper, all such things. And this sea mounts carries ferromanganese. These mineral deposits should be extracted. Why it should be extracted, and what are these used? These are what? Critical earth metals, which is very important for what? When these minerals are found through exploration, through offshore exploration, what it will do? It will benefit. What benefit the boida? It will ensure, because these minerals help in manufacturing electronics, which will give an impact to AI boom. एबे जहाँ artificial intelligence रो boom चलची, and it is been rising, and even you can say your semiconductor ecosystem को भी गोटे boost दबो ए सबु minerals. So now when and a deep sea mining केते deep रो sea रो केते below जाई रहइबो, it will be below the below 200 meter from the ocean floor. Below 200 meter ocean floor रे जो भी सब minerals अच्छी सेटा माइन हबो से सब जिंस माइन हबो. Okay, so this is all about the deep sea mining process. Now when we go to the proper samudra manthan scheme, what is there in it? India's offshore oil push, what it is, it says that 84,000, it says that 84,084 crore offshore oil and gas exploration mission. It is a mission which will explore what? Oil and gas, which will be implemented till 2030 to 31. Then what is its objective? What it will do? It will boost the offshore oil and gas exploration. Then it will increase the domestic energy production, because ଆମର କଣ ଏବେ ସବୁ import ଚାଲିଛି, ସବୁ west asia ରୁ import ହଉଛି. So now will be creating here, okay, in the Indian Ocean region. Okay, this mission is all about the Indian Ocean region रे a mission लागू होबो. Okay, then it will reduce import dependence obviously. Then government कौन करिवो, may fund up to 50% of the deep water exploration. ए जो बजेट रे तांकर जो बजेट अछि 84,000 crores, एथरे 50% एक्सप्लोरेशन रे जीवो. बिकॉज फर्स्ट कौन जदि गोटे माइनिंग गोटे स्कीम हे गला तो स्टार्टिंग रू तो स्टार्ट कर देबेनी ना माइनिंग पाई, दे हैव टू एक्सप्लोर द सी आल्सो. फॉर फर्स्ट कौन हो, फर्स्ट स्टेप कौन हुए, दैट फर्स्ट एक्सप्लोर, दे विल एक्सप्लोर द रीजन. Okay, a reason got a reason, Indian Ocean region mani chalo, they will explore the region, map it, all they will do. Then discussion will be there, discussion of the stakeholders. And who are these stakeholders? They will be government and private agency. Then the mining process starts. Mining is done, mining or drilling is done through better technology. Then what it is included, either कौन कौन include अच्छी, that is seismic surveys are included, deep and ultra deep water drilling is included, drilling हबो, offshore production infrastructure, city infrastructure भी produce करा हबो. Then oil and gas manufacturing and service hubs. You know, the currently amoro sabutu बड़ hub कोठी अच्छी, manufacturing hub कोठी अच्छी, that is your Bombay High. Okay, Bombay High is the largest hub in India, oil and manufacturing. Then impact kon rahibo aro, impact rahibo that over 600 reserve addition, 600 million metric ton reserve addition habo. Ta saito higher offshore exploration activity will be going on, so that will not be dependent on some other countries, or supply chain shock rahiboni. Then more domestic oil and gas output will be there, because now we are just importing it, and there are lots of things going on. Our vessels ye he jaye, then marine ecosystem ko bhi harm हुए, so all this will be there. Why it matters, why this samudra manthan is very important? It is because India's production has declined as older fields age. जो older fields अच्छी, जो through हमें already mineral exploration करे चलचो, सेटा degrade ही चलचे, so we need more resources. Then no major oil discovery in over 20 years. In India, over 20 years, no major oil discovery has happened. Then 18 offshore blocks currently under auction under OALP. Okay, 18 blocks aguru auction re achi. So we want this scheme so that the offshore exploration can happen in a holistic manner. Okay. Now first jano ki why it is, how it is important, and how this will benefit the energy security. First हो जे तो ये जो एटा कोन नुआरे मिशन स्टार्ट हेची, no, it has not, it has already been done through the deep ocean mission. See here, today India's deep ocean mission आस्तिला सेइथरे भी हमें एक्सप्लोर करथिलु, करिया को ट्राई करथिलु, and they were partners also, partner countries were also there. In this what we did, in this we included the marine सबमर्सिबल कौन करा हेतला कौन अना हेतला मत्स्य मत्स्य 6000 we have introduced in this, where it will go deep into the sea and explore the minerals and then send the survey that there are minerals in it. And what this will do, mani ki chalo suppose mani ki chalo there are sulfide deposits, there are sulfide deposits in the region. Okay, sulfide deposits. A sulfide deposits kaun habo, what it will do, how it will benefit India in the Indian Ocean region, money. How, what it will, these sulfides will help in production of semiconductors, semiconductor chips कही होगले जोड़ा हमें एबे कहटू आणुछु ताइवान वियतनाम ई सबटू आणुछु. Then it will lead to what, sulfide will help even in smartphone manufacturing, establishing smartphone manufacturing industry. What more it will do, it will ensure that oil and natural gas offshore of the offshore oil and natural gas be ensure karibo gas on the shore. जदि सल्फाइड्स बाहर को आसिला then obviously oil भी आसीबो ता सहित, right? And there are also challenges to it also. So what are this also we'll see. First हमें जिबा ए जो स्कीम एटा तो रही होला डीप ओशन मिशन, इंडियाज डीप ओशन मिशन. एथरे तुम जानो मेराइन सबमर्सिबल गोटे अछि मत्स्य 600. This will help, this submersible will go deep into the sea and explore the minerals, and when the minerals are found, it will send the survey, seismic service, and through that they will locate it and then they will start drilling it. Okay, through automated underwater drilling machines, robotics, all these will be they will be doing. Now what are the benefit of it? First, ये जो समुद्र मंथन स्कीम आसीची, समुद्र मंथन एक्सप्लोरेशन स्कीम, ऑफशोर एक्सप्लोरेशन स्कीम आसीची, एटा कोन बेनिफिट दबो? फर्स्ट we should know that also. First hoche energy security, as we are dependent on the West Asia, will ensure we'll get what, self reliance to India. Okay, first, then it will ensure that there would be reduction in use of supply chain shock, then untapped potential, great untapped potential ता माने कोन केतेटा जगह रे बिल्कुल टैप ही हेनी, हमको जाना भी नहीं कोठी कोन अछि. So if the exploration will happen, then large quantities of the world's undiscovered hydrocarbon will be explored. Okay, and the rare earth minerals. Okay, large quantities of, you can say, large quantities of world's undiscovered hydrocarbons and rare earth minerals. Then technological advances, obviously we are introducing more automated things, like you can say through robotics, through seismic energy, through imaging. Okay, robotics, seismic imaging, automated drilling, rigs, and even underwater crawlers. Through this, the exploration or the mining will be happening. Then, these all will lead to economic growth, and economic growth hele kon habo amaro? Economic growth hele amaro FDI investment increase habo first. Then what will happen? We can create jobs we create habo sethi pai. Okay, then what more it can be? It can generate government revenue. Okay, generate government revenue. Now when these all things are going on, there are also some disadvantages, also some challenges which will be imposed through this because it is contributing to jehetu gote jinso bahut jaga re contribution douchi. So there are some challenges also. There should be some obstacle also which the government should deal with, like financial risk. What kind of risk? Like যদি FDI বঢ়িব, then dollar রবি dollar investment ଅଧିକ ହବ, dollar demand ଅଧିକ ହବ, you can say dollar demand will be there, which will lead to financial risk. Then you can see long ए जो जिनसटा अछि एटा बहुत जेतु long period of time पई चलछि, so it can lead to a long leading time कहियो गले. Then technological challenges कोन, like high pressure अछि ocean bed को जदि ocean bed भितरे explore करिवा is not easy because it has high pressure, low temperature is there inside it. All these things are there. When these technologies or AI and machine learning will be happening inside the deep ocean, the technology should be so optimized to these temperature differences or pressure differences, pressure variation, that it should not create a obstacle while ensuring the exploration or mining process going on. So technological challenges bhi achi because high pressure and low temperature of the high pressure and low temperature of the sea should be optimized with the latest technology also. Then environmental risk kon rahibo. When this exploration will be going on, then there will be lot of noise pollution bhi hobo. Jimdi tam dekhiyo drilling kale to noise pollution hobo. So here also noise pollution will be there first. Then ए सबु जिनसो हला को यदि ऑयल एक्सप्लोरेशन होची तो मेराइन इकोसिस्टम को हार्म होबो. Marine ecosystem vulnerability, okay. And even sometimes it will also lead to what? It will lead to oil spills hobaro chances bhi achi, okay. Now let's come to geopolitical disputes kon kahi paribo, like ame amo reason re should have known when you have studied the territorial waters, the exclusive economic zone. So tame jantibo that if this is the land India has till here, from here to here, it is 200 nautical miles jain se kori paribo, right? Then from there starts what? EEZ, that is exclusive economic zone. Then from there it starts the international water. International water start hoche. जदि से इंटरनेशनल वाटर जाई जिबार अछि तो सेति पई कोन से ओवरलैप भी करि पारे. ओवरलैप एथरे कोन हबो जियोपॉलिटिकल रिस्क रे कोन आसीबो, ओवरलैप द exclusive economic zone sometimes जोड़ा अलगा countries माने भी सेथिरे अछंदी, overlap it. And even what it will do, it will the defense sensitive भी हबो. Defense sensitive issues will be going on between the countries, international countries, okay. So all this will be happening. So eta hala the benefits and challenges of this Samudra Manthan offshore exploration scheme, which the government has started recently. Now this scheme re tame dekhithibo edi achi that government jo 84,000 crores deji सेथरे से कोन करचंदी that they have ensured that the 43,000 ensured that 43,200 crores rupees will be for deep water exploration wells. माने तमे जानि परिबो that कि exploration करिया पई गोटे deep water exploration करिया पई, mineral exploration करिया पई से जो budget रखचंदी तार 50% दे देचंदी, 50% रख देचंदी. And later बाकी जो जिंस अछि like offshore data acquisition which carries for 28, बाकी सब जिंस का 20 कम रखिचंदी. Why this exploration has been so important? Because when when this exploration will happen, then it will ensure all these things which has all these things like your like it will ensure oil and manufacturing hubs, import reduction, import reduction, higher production of crude oil, all these will be happening. So that's why they want that empty exploration ho, that when drilling will be going on, no such area will be hampered or no such marine ecosystem will be hampered, so that it will not even cause any challenge to the environment also. Okay, so that's why government wants the exploration empty ho, so that these challenges, the challenges which we have discussed, like you can see the financial risk or the technological challenges or environmental risk, all these challenges will not be happening. And even the geopolitical disputes which you can deal through the UNCLOS, the international seabed authority jo deal kare, सेथरे भी किछि issue न हो. Okay, so this is all about your samudra manthan offshore exploration. Then there are some other initiatives also, like deep water, like jimti India's deep ocean mission gote thila, simti एटा गोटे हला समुद्र मंथन. Now there are other initiatives also, like hydrocarbon exploration and licensing policy help, and then OALP. It was introduced an investor friendly revenue sharing model and open acreage licensing. So license our investor sharing pai, investor confidence building pai ए सब initiative आसची. Then petroleum and natural gas rules got आसची, which introduced a unified 30-year petroleum lease permitting renewable energy integration. We are now ensuring renewable energy integration, so this rule will ensure that. Then deep ocean mission, which we have seen, which says that advances deep sea exploration highlighted by the Matsya 6000 human submersible. That is, it is a man submersible. જેમતે ગગનયાન તમારો ଗୋଟେ manned mission, simply this is also, this carries the man carries this submersible, man is inside this submersible and they go deep into it, they explore. Now national data repository, what it will do, geoscientific data repository for the investors, so that investor will know that how it is happening, what is there, and how they will ensure that investment will be so in a thorough manner. Okay, then national seismic program, which will ensure initiative for baseline seismic surveys for unappraised basins, जोटा भी untapped region अछि सेडा को भी से seismic imaging रो से जानि परिबे. Okay, so जेमते कहिया गले जेमते we are going towards now space रे आम इसरो कोन करछि, private sectors को भी आनुछि, privatization चालछि, and even government is also doing very much in contribution towards space exploration. Simiti it is also sea exploration re bhi government is trying to improve it. Now this PDF you can get in KACS Telegram channel. Then next article, that is from the Hindu, fiscal federalism, efficiency versus equity. First is jana fiscal federalism कौन, then we'll go towards धीरे धीरे कि ए आर्टिकल रे से कौन कहउछन्ते. Fiscal federalism कौन, it is a system of financial relations. Okay, financial relations between whom and what, resource sharing between different levels of the government. What governments? Like your state government, central government and local government. So national, state and local. It examines how taxing and spending duties are divided to balance the regional needs with national goals. देखो तमे जो स्टेट रे भी रहुछ, सबु स्टेट रो डिफरेंट गोल अछि, सबु स्टेट रो डिफरेंट रीजनल जो भी inequality challenge. So in this fiscal federalism, what this fiscal federalism does, it will ensure that the states, that state रो जो taxing out spending हुए सेटा national goal सहित भी समान रही, so that there would be no regional inequality. Okay, regional inequality रहिबनी को state भितरे. So fiscal federalism माने कोन, sharing of the resources, financial resources between different levels of the government, that is the national, state and local government. And what it will ensure, it will examine how taxing and spending duties are divided to balance, immediate divide above, so that it will balance the regional needs with the national goal also. Then we'll know some of the components जानिबा, then we'll go to the article. Component कोन, you would have seen vertical balance, horizontal balance and grants and transfer. These are the three components. Vertical balance रे से कोन कहउछमी, that dividing tax powers and spending roles between the central and the regional state. माने tax रो power और spending जो होची सेटा गोटे systemic way रे divide हो, balance way रे divide होबो between the center and state. Now horizontal balance रे कोन कहउची, that is sharing of funds among the states at the same level to reduce wealth gaps. State रो भी जेतरो budget बसे सेतरो three types of component रे divide होबो. That is vertical, that is the taxes and the spending between the central and the state. Then comes the states sharing their funds so that they will reduce the regional inequality in the country. Then grants and transfer, that money will be granted from the state to the from the central to the central government to the state government. So this grants and transfers, money sent from the central government to the lower levels to fund the public services or projects. So ए तीनटा level रे divide हिचे तमरो fiscal federalism. ए तीनटा way रे divide हुए, like sharing of the funds or financial resources. Okay. Now context कोन एथरो, ए जो fiscal federalism editorial रे पळा आछि एटा कोन माने context कोन. The 16th Finance Commission, under the chairmanship of Dr. Arvind Panajaria, published its report for 2026 to 31 that it recommended radical reforms in tax devolution, grants, sparking disputes on fiscal federalism. एथरे कोन हेची that lot of amount of tax devolution has been done. Radical reform गोटे हेची tax devolution. जो थरे की state रो gross state domestic price को 41% दिया है हेची, which creates a fiscal federalism issue, okay, which will lead to equity and center state relation, which will hamper it. Okay, now ame dekhiba को bodies एटा handle करे, what are the constitutional provisions there in it. Fiscal federalism is all about your polity, तो ए सब रे कोन कोन constitutional provisions भी अछि. What किए करे एटा, that is finance commission. It is a constitutional body formed under article 280 and it recommends the devolution of financial resources between the union and states. That means you know that the finance commission, who is appointed every 5 years by the president under article 280, recommends the sharing of the financial resources between the union and the states and the other local authority. Then how kon achi, it is not only this, there are some other constitutional provisions also. Okay, other constitutional provisions. How kon constitutional provision achi, if we discuss it in a better way, then we'll know that there is article 270 which it governs the distribution of taxes between center and state, first. Then second asibo amaro article 275 which says that it empowers the union provide grants in aid to states requiring financial assistance. Then one more article is there, that is your article 280 to hegala, then article 281 which says that it requires the president to place the commission recommendation. Commission ro jo recommendation thibo before whom? Before the parliament. within explanatory memorandum. So we got to know that first asibo amara that 270 article re kon kochi that constitution says that it governs the distribution of taxes between the taxes achi sera distribute hoba between the center and state. Then 275 re kon kaile that empowers the union to provide grants in aid to the states which have which need the financial assistance. Then in 280 we got to know that constitution ensures establishment of finance commission every 5 years by the president, appointed by the president. Ebe kiye achandi Arvind Panajaria. And in 281 it ensures that the president to place the commission recommendation, finance commission jo recommendation kari thibo 16 finance commission, like 16 finance commission re jo bhi recommendation heitibo seta they will take to the parliament, to the parliament with an explanatory memorandum. Okay, so through this the devolution of resources will be happening, devolution of taxes will be happening. Now इमिति हुए 16 फाइनेंस कमिशन रे एबे कोन हेची रिसेंटली कहया गले there are criteria like population which we are seeing through 2011 census only till now, then demographic performance, area, forest, per capita, GSDP, distance, then contribution to GDP. All these are the criteria. Now we'll see एथरे तमे देखि परबो that per capita GSDP जो अछि सेडा 42.5% अछि. It is like 50% of the more like approximately 50% of the overall criteria. So in this what is माने कोन population माने केमती से देखु चंदी population what states share are decided, how states share केमती decide होची through population. We'll see. Per capita distribution of tax revenue should be as uniform as possible through population. Then area adjusted कोन, the states with large inaccessible tracts need additional money. जो area जो एक criteria अच्छी इतरे area केमती अच्छी जो भी inaccessible area अच्छी they need additional money, that's why area अच्छी. Forest cover कोन, forest as percentage of total area भी देखा जिबो for tax for sharing of the resources. Then infrastructure index re the states with less developed social and physical infrastructure get more funds. Then income distance re kon asibo, distance of the state's income from the income of the richest 3 states adjusted for the state's population. त माने कोन जो तीनटा स्टेट और टॉप 3 स्टेट्स रो जो इनकम थिबो तारो बाकी जो कम कम 4 स्टेट्स अछि से माने सहित बाइंड अप हबो so that they will ensure regional equality. Then fiscal capacity distance kon hobo, distance between a state's per capita tax capacity and that of the highest performing state. गोटे स्टेट रो per capita tax capacity सहित कहा सहित highest performing state रो distance calculate करा जिवो. Then tax effort kon niya hobo, measures taken by the states to increase tax collection, how tax collection will be happening. Then fiscal discipline केमने measure होबो, states efforts by state to control spending or raise revenue. Demographic performance you know very well, it will reward for state with lower fertility, counterbalances population criteria. Okay, so this is all about how states shares are divided. Okay, now way forward when fiscal when there is fiscal imbalance is happening, so there should be some way forward also to strengthen the fiscal federalism. So what is the what are the tools which can do? Targeted funds to states with structural disadvantages should be retained when to restore the principle of equalization. So stated different taxes अच्छी like you can like जमते कि कोई परियो एबे वेस्ट बंगाल या हला नॉर्थ ईस्ट ये सब जाको बहुत सारा रिडक्शन से फेस करछन, बहुत सारा रिडक्शन थ्रू व्हाट वे, like you can say that some of the states like West Bengal are suffering from the reduction in tax devolution and even loss of compensatory subsidies. So these structural advances जोड़ा अच्छी जो states माने suffer हो चंदी एटा target हे परिबो through what? Funds to states. Okay, then balance efficiency and equity. If this will be balanced, then it will ensure what? It will ensure cooperative federalism. Then rationalize cesses और surcharges जो government दोची cesses और surcharges तेतरे कौन हबो? Will ensure improve transparency and fairness. Then improve horizontal fairness. Horizontal fairness माने कौन बुझितिलो? Horizontal fairness माने जो states रो equal sharing of funds रहिबो. Every state will share equal amount of funds. It will ensure horizontal fairness by using devolution criteria that effectively reflect the fiscal capacity, geography and development gaps. ये जो fiscal capacity रहुची between the states, geographic variation रहुची because of the accessibility and inaccessibility, and even the development gaps जो रहुची between the states, they will also be ensured. The horizontal gaps would be covered by it. Then enhance budgetary autonomy of the states, but provide accountability through outcome based monitoring and not through excessive conditionalities. That means जो budgetary autonomy state ro rohibo without any interference from the center, and which will also lead to, but ensuring what, accountability through kon outcome, jo outcome hobo seta bi janayako padibo through what, you through data through schemes you can know it. So this is all about your article of fiscal federalism, efficiency versus equity. एथिरे efficiency versus equity रो माने हला the commission wants that equalization can be replaced with improved fiscal discipline. Okay, equalization जो होची, it can be replaced with the fiscal discipline, so that states जो vary करची, जो fiscal capability states जो between the states they vary fiscal capability, geography, development gaps ये जको रही बनी. It will ensure equality between the states, regional equality गोटे develop होबो. Then we'll go towards the next article which says NATO. NATO enters a new strategic era of transformation. NATO माने तुम कौन बुझो? That is North Atlantic Treaty Organization. केबे इटा establish हेतला? It was established in 1949. Okay, and कितना members अछंदी? 32 members are there. Okay, and headquarter कोडी अछि? Headquarter is in Brussels, Belgium. This you should know. This is all about your prelims जिनसे जुड़ा तमु जानिया दरकार. But context कौन? What do you mean by NATO ensuring entering into new strategic wave? Context कौन? That NATO is undergoing historic transatlantic rebalance, referred as NATO 3.0, where Washington is urging European allies to take primary responsibility for conventional regional defense, while the US pivots its strategic and military focus towards the Indo-Pacific. Like there are members, so like US be member achi, European countries be member achi. Now what US wants, US says to this NATO that I have been spending, US was, and one more important thing which like if you see 32 members are there in NATO, 32 members are there. Now there are European nations and even the US is there. US is spending highest defense or expenditure in this NATO. US is spending more than these European nations. Now what US is saying, US is saying that you should take the primary responsibility to these European countries. US is saying that the European nations should take primary responsibility of their defense, of their defense or military sector, because US wants to pivot their direction to the Indo-Pacific region. તમે જાણતી હોય તો when you will be reading the international relations or even in your optional and even in the current affairs, when you will be seeing that US is moving towards the more buzz topic, that is Indo-Pacific region. Okay, so now what US says that US says that kete spend korche simti hele, US spends 65% of the defense expenditure in NATO. In NATO, US 65% of defense expenditure spend korche. Now what US want? US want that ami jemni India re kon atmanirbhar hela, atmanirbhar Bharat. Now US want ki atmanirbhar Europe bhi ho. and they want to devote a greater strategic attention to the, and US want to devote greater strategic attention to the Indo-Pacific region. Now, why this Indo-Pacific region? সেটা भी জানিয়া দরকার. Why this Indo-Pacific region is important? Why US is shifting towards Indo-Pacific region? Why it is shifting? Because of rising China's dominance. China's dominance in the China's dominance ए रीजन Indo-Pacific region रे अधिक हेलानी. तो किमती अधिक हेलानी जो बेंगी US is so worried that he say that it is saying to the other European nation to ensure greater defense stability, माने तांको responsibility निजो को responsibility नबाउ कोची rather than shifting to the Indo-Pacific. How? Because China is world's second largest economy. China is the world's second largest economy with 30% of manufacturing output. Manufacturing production China रे 30% अछि. Then आउ कोन ही परिबो? Increase in the sphere of influence. China रो influence भी बढ़ुची. किमिति? Increase sphere of influence किमिति हैला? Through Belt and Road initiatives. It is connecting the different regions of the Indo-Pacific region. Then through BRICS, China is a part of it, where India is also a member. Then in Shanghai Cooperation Organization, in this also China is a member, founding member kahiya hogale. Okay, through this China is increasing its influence. Then China has the world's largest navy. World's largest navy भी China पाखरे अछि. World's largest navy भी China पाखरे अछि, and which ensures that they have number of battle force ships, navy ships, and even it is what it is doing, nuclear triad country. It is also a nuclear triad country. Now, and ए सबु रु कोन हुए? ए सबु जिंसो करले कोन हबो? ए सबु मैन्युफैक्चरिंग हब, ए सबु का माने हमें कोन जानि पारछु? It is commands 60%, like you can say more than 60% of critical earth minerals. ता माने कोन? ए जो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग 30% अछि खालटार तो नथिबो. It is commanding the critical earth minerals, which is very important, and even it has the dominance in Indo-Pacific region. Through what? Through string of pearls, through its string of pearls strategy and 9-dash line. 9-dash line. So these key terms are very important when you're writing mains, like your world's largest economy, 30% of manufacturing units, increased sphere of influence, then largest navy, command more than 60% of the critical earth minerals, and even string of pearls and 9-dash line. A suburu China nijaro dominance establish korchi in the Indo-Pacific region. Now why you will see why this Indo-Pacific region, a jo region re China and US are competing with it. US wants to take its direction or shift its target towards the Indo-Pacific region, and China has taken the dominance of this region, trying to ensure the dominance in this region. कौन पे ए रीजन रे कौन इमती अच्छी जे why they are demanding importance of Indo-Pacific region. कौन अच्छी? First, you can know that it has 30%. First, we can see that 65% of world population से cover करछि. Indo-Pacific region 65% of world population cover করছে, which is ensuring labor force, more consumer market. Okay, population হলে কোন labor force ଅଧିক হবো and consumer market ଅଧିক রহিব. Then what it is doing, this Indo-Pacific region connects Strait of Hormuz, Malacca. Okay, Strait of Hormuz, Malacca, out kono Eden. All these things, it is connected. Indo-Pacific region is connected to it. Through kono hobo 60% of global maritime trade भी मिलची through 60% of global maritime trade. When this global maritime trade will be happening, what will ensure? Will ensure 80% of global crude oil dependence. Okay, crude oil trade कही होगले. And even this region will carry critical earth minerals. Okay, critical earth minerals will be carrying, which will ensure, and even materials for semiconductors. जोटा कि को भी कंट्री को गोटे larger economy या super power रे establish करि पारिबो. So this is why there is a great importance of Indo-Pacific region. That's why US wants to shift its role from spending higher in the NATO to its in the defense sector towards the strategic Indo-Pacific region. Now we'll see NATO bisare bi tike jaan daba. NATO is created by 12 countries from Europe. NATO is created by 12 countries from Europe and North America on 4th April 1949. Like I said, 1949 re eta establish heithila. Then NATO ro kichi principle bhi achi. What any decision to invite a country to join the alliance is taken by North Atlantic Council. NATO's principle, jo NATO's ro principal decision making body achi, they will ensure that को country को invite करा हबो. And in this NATO even wants India to be included in its organization. Like India को include करिया को चाहूँगी सी. Okay, so founding members के थे Belgium, Canada, Denmark, France, Iceland, Italy, Luxembourg, Netherlands, Norway, Portugal, UK and US. Now there are 32 member countries. 12 founding members. Now there are present 32 member countries. Now in NATO ro भी किछि उडे अच्छी principles अच्छी. What are its principles? NATO essential purpose is to safeguard the freedom and security of its members through political and military means to ensure a secure lasting peace in Europe and North America. It says through Article 5. Article 5 कौन को है? That if NATO ally is a victim of an armed attack, जदि गोटे NATO रे जदि गोटे member अच्छी, like if say, like you can see through this that if Germany, मानी चला Germany, if Germany is a member of NATO, okay, Germany is a member of NATO, then victim of the armed and it is the victim of the armed Germany re armed attack hela, then each and every other member of the alliance will consider this act of violence as the armed attack against all members. Like jodi Germany upare attack hela, then they will ensure that ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କ ଉପରେ NATO ର ସବୁ members ଉପରେ attack ହେଇଛି. And what they will do, they will take actions it deemed necessary to assist the allied attack. माने ally को जो attack ହେଇଛି, they will assist them. Okay, so all decisions are made by consensus after decision and consultation among the member countries. And if diplomatic efforts fail, NATO has the military power to undertake crisis management operation. If discussion fail ହେଇଗଲା, then NATO will take military power. Then जदि ये सब जिनस होची, when Washington is saying that to shift its strategy towards the Indo-Pacific region, there should be implications for India also. What? Strategic autonomy. India does not need to view NATO's transformation through binary alliance politics, but rather avenue to expand. Why India does not, first jinsa hochi, India does not want to be included in NATO because India does not ensure, India does not want to be in the principles of NATO. Why? NATO re kon hoche that if one ally member is getting attacked, all members will attack them. ତମେ ଦେଖିଥିବ Russia Ukraine. Ukraine is a member of NATO. If one member is attacking Ukraine, then kon habo? Russia will be when Russia is attacking Ukraine, then everyone will take what? Russia is attacking us. Okay, they'll come into an alliance. If such thing happen, then India आमे रशिया टू कोन अधिक इंपोर्ट रशिया रो एनर्जी सप्लाईज अधिक नो रशिया ऊपर एनर्जी डिपेंडेंस अछु मिलिटरी डिपेंडेंस अछु so we are a very important ally of Russia. We do not want to create disturbance in. So mani chalo if China becomes a part of NATO, and when something happens to China, then direct amuko ही affect habo because we are bordering the country of China. So India does not want to be included in this NATO alliance. Then defense industrial collaboration. A self-reliant rearming Europe opens new technological and manufacturing pathways that complement India's domestic modernization goals. Jodi a jo self-reliant start hobo European nations re, then India will also benefit it through its India's domestic manufacturing modernization goals. Then Indo-Pacific convergence bhi achi because Indian Ocean ek reason India Indo-Pacific mane kon Indian Ocean and Pacific Ocean a reason re hi achi. Then more capable European security pillar frees the US to lean into Indo-Pacific frameworks. Jodi Indo-Pacific region re China ro dominance badla, then it would harm India also. So when two powers are there, India can manage it because powers will be shifted or dominance will be shifted. There will be no superpower. Then India can try to improve itself in the Indo-Pacific region. If there is a dominance of one country, then to reach that spot, it can take so many obstacles also. Then diplomatic balance act kono India must balance the closer technological defense cooperation with the European capitals while navigating long-standing traditional ties with Russia. That means what India is also doing. India kon koche that we cannot do that because Russia is also an important ally. Even it is doing a diplomacy act bhi gote koruche. Through what? Ki technology or defense collaboration bhi European nations sହିତ ରଖୁଛି with making an ally with Russia also. Okay, so India is what it is trying to do through its policy of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, that it will ensure peace and balance between the international partners. So this is all about your NATO. NATO 3.0 कहियाउ गले. Then there are some facts for prelims. It says India's first T2T reference genome of region P. Region P kono? It is nothing but region P is अरहर. अरहर और तूर दाल जोड़ा कहबो दाली सेटा. Okay, that it is ensuring T2T reference genome. Genome गोटे आस्ची region P रो. Okay, and एटा आसिले कोन हबो? It is a variety. Variety कोन तारो ना दिया हेची. Variety दिया हेची आशा. ना दिया हेची आशा. आशा. एथरे कोन हबो? ए जो genome आसीबो जदी कोन हबो? Nutritional security हबो. Nutritional security आसीबो because it is a pulse and India is ensuring pulses mission जो start हेची mission शक्ति सेटा भी ensure करिवो for a nutritional security, food security. Significance तारो रहिबो nutritional security and food security, and it will also ensure what? Drought resistance, pest resistance. This genome will ensure drought resistance and pest resistance. Then next news is about Maldives. Maldives कौन होची? Maldives has linked its Fawara instant payment. Maldives रे Fawara instant payment system अच्छी जिम्दे India अच्छी with India's UPI to enable real time cross border transaction. जिम्दे तमे नेपाल जिबो तो नेपाल रे UPI चालू छी. सिम्पली Maldives has done its in तांकर जो instant payment system अच्छी ताकू लिंक कर दीजिए India रो UPI system so that cross border transaction हे पारिबो. So we can see that आउ कोन countries अछंदी जो माने ए वो UPI को भी UPI को नहीं चंदी accept कर चंदी, that is Cambodia, Singapore, UAE, France, Mauritius, Nepal, Bhutan, Qatar, Sri Lanka and Maldives. These 10 countries have introduced UPI in their in their countries so that cross border transaction can happen. Then Maldives bisare jodi janchu, Maldives we should know, Maldives lies on the key sea lines of communication that is connecting Gulf of Aden or Strait of Hormuz to the Strait of Malacca. It is also in the Indo-Pacific region जोड़ा हमें पढ़े थिलु, Strait of Hormuz, Strait of Malacca, then even Gulf of Aden. Then किमती कनेक्ट अछि इंडिया को 8 डिग्री चैनल रो कनेक्ट होछि. There are तमे देखिथिबो geography रे 8 degree channel, 9 degree channel and your 10 degree channel. So Maldives is connected to India through 8 degree channel, separates the Maldives from the Minicoy Islands of India's Lakshadweep region. Minicoy Islands सहित separate होछि, like 8 degree channel separates Maldives and Minicoy Island of India's Lakshadweep. Now next होछि lab grown diamonds. Everyone loves diamonds. Okay, every woman wants to wear diamonds. But ये जो diamonds production होछि या reserve अछि, these are getting exhausted. These reasons, the reserves of diamonds are getting exhausted because of extensive mining. Okay, so context भी सेया अछि, with the 40 mines behind 90% of the diamond production set to be exhausted within 50 years. ए सब production जो होछि जो mines रे एटा 50 years भितरे exhaust हेजि, which will lead to lab grown diamonds and emerging as a scalable alternative to secure future supplies. So now they are taking towards supply of lab grown diamonds जोटा lab रे grow हबो diamonds. Okay, so highest की अछि एबे कहिया गेले. And what is this lab grown diamonds? They share identical chemical, physical and optical properties normal diamonds सहित with mined diamonds as माने mined diamonds सहित identical chemical or physical optical properties share करिवे ताहा सहित as both are pure carbon arranged in cubic crystal lattice. Cubic crystal lattice रे अछि like this one. Okay, this one you can see. Then India रे कोडी कोडी होछि. Panna diamond belt in MP is India's sole commercial producer of natural diamonds, not lab grown diamonds, natural diamonds. Then Gujarat is a major hub for lab grown diamonds. Gujarat is a major hub for lab grown diamonds, and Panna diamond belt in MP, Madhya Pradesh, is the commercial producer of lab grown diamonds. And global capital for diamond cutting and polishing, जोड़ा Gujarat रे हुए. When India is there, then top country कौन? Top countries कौन in diamond production? It is Russia. It is Russia. Okay. Next होची आस्ती mining restrictions for wetlands. Wetlands तमे सब जानती हो wetlands माने कौन? I don't need to say that. 80 Supreme Court has ruled that 10 kilometer mining buffer zone apply हबो. जेमिति हमरो national park रे अछि 1 kilometer radius भितरे सबु जिंसो हबो 1 kilometer माने कि चलो this is a wetland. In this 10 kilometer radius भितरे ही ए भितरे ही mining हबो. After 10 kilometer mining हबोनी. It is a buffer zone. Okay, so what it has done, Supreme Court ruled that a 10 kilometer mining buffer zone now applies to all wetland reserves across India, expanding the earlier safeguard for the Asan wetland conservation reserve. Asan गोटे wetland conservation reserve अछि, ताहा सहित भी बाकी सबु जो सबु जत्ती सब wetlands अछि across India ताहा पई एटा mining restriction apply होछि. आउ कोन protected areas अछि जोठी ए सबु जिंस apply होछि, that is prohibited inside, mining is prohibited inside national parks, wildlife sanctuary and within 1 kilometer of their boundary unless a larger notified ESZ applies. माने कोन 1 kilometer boundary जो national park or wildlife reserve रो 1 kilometer boundary रे mining is prohibited, and even if this is done, then a larger ecologically sustainable zone project माने notify करा जाओ. Okay, then Asan wetland विषय भी जानिबा. It is a designated Ramsar site. Where it is? It is in Uttarakhand, and it is Uttarakhand's first Ramsar site. कहिया गले Uttarakhand रो first Ramsar site in 20 and Ramsar site केबे हला 2020 रे designate हिची, listed as an important bird area also. It is a Ramsar site, even it is a important bird area by the BirdLife International. Then biodiversity कौन करछे? what it is, why it is so much important, because it has stopover along the Central Asian flyway, supporting 330 bird species including the vultures, the pallas fish eagle and migratory water birds. ये जो migratory water birds अच्छी जो माने migrate करंती एटा कोथ्रु ही करंती Central Asian flyway रू, तो एटा को से एटा आशान wetland conservation reserve देके जाउची, and it supports these migratory water birds also. So that's why this is very important, and it is a ground for aquatic biodiversity, supporting endangered golden mahseer. Golden mahseer. Okay, and it is in endangered category. Next होचे World Development Report. તમે देखते हो बहुत सारे reports आछे, so you should know के publish करछे first. World Development Report is published by World Bank. Was released by World Bank, and it a promise korchi se that promise of AI offering the first comprehensive assessment of what AI means for people living in low and middle income countries. Okay, ye kon indicators dekhuji, poverty, agriculture, income, all these things it is seeing, and it is taking a report which has been published by the World Bank. Now e-Pratyaropan portal, ये पोर्टल कौन करे? नेशनल ऑर्गन टिश्यू ट्रांसप्लांट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन लॉन्च द ई प्रत्यार्पण पोर्टल, जो ऑर्गन डोनेशन और टिश्यू ट्रांसप्लांट होची, ओके ए सो ए ऑर्गेनाइजेशन नोटो ये लॉन्च करची ई प्रत्यार्पण पोर्टल केबे ऑन द इंडियन ऑर्गन डोनेशन डे व्हिच हैज हैपेंड इन 3rd अगस्त रे ऑर्गन डोनेशन डे थिला, से दिनो नोटो हैज लॉन्च दिस पोर्टल. What it does, it is a unified digital ecosystem that connects hospitals, doctors, donors, recipient, transplant authorities for registration, waiting list management, allocation and monitoring. Through this what will happen, जो organ donation टा होची सेटा टिके efficient way रे हो, transparent way रे हो, and even in a speedy manner कहिया गले, because this digital portal will ensure that मान के चलो मु एबे कली notify register cordially in this portal, then I will say after my death this will I will donate it, or before this I can donate my bone marrow or anything, any of my organ. So this digital ecosystem will connect the hospitals, doctors, donors, recipients. ये सब connect करले से माने easily जानी परिबे, easily identify कर परिबे that कोर्ट रू आनिबार अछि या फिर like waiting list भी जो रहिबो सेरा भी मैनेज हे जिवो, ता सहित allocation and monitoring will be happening so that illegal organ smuggling भी होए सेटा no हो. So first जानो ई प्रत्यारोपण portal is been done by launched by National Organ Tissue Transplant Organization. Then it is a unified digital ecosystem which connects the hospital, donor, recipient, and it has been launched on 3rd August, which is the Indian Organ Donation Day. Now 7th August रे भी गोटे हेतिला, that is your handloom day. Handloom day. Okay. Indian Handloom Day. It was the 12th Indian Handloom National Handloom Day कहिया गले. Okay. Now we'll see the next article, that is heat wave and lightning. Heat wave एबे कोन heat wave चलची और even lightning and thunders are going on. So heat wave और lightning को list करा हेची as a notified disaster. ए notified disaster रे लाइट माने मेंशन करा हेले कोन हबो, ए जदी notified disaster रे मेंशन करा हबो, then the states or the regions which are suffering, state कहिया गले, the state who are suffering from this notified disaster will get mitigation relief measures मिलिबो, या फिर they will be designated or eligible for financial assistance and mitigation relief in the area. So to go through the these notified disaster जो होची इटा designation हेले जो area रे इटा होची, this designation makes the area or region or you can say state eligible for financial assistance, financial mitigation relief funds from kaha to मिलिबो financial assistance or mitigation relief माने कोन shelters, food, all these things will be there, and एडा kaha to मिलिबो through NDRF and SDRF. What is this NDRF and SDRF? That is National Disaster Response Force and State Disaster Response. Now there are also some of the list. In this list they have included heat wave and lightning. तो total आमर केते हबो एबे total notified disaster केतेटा हला currently ए तीनटा को ए दीटा को मिसेले आमर हला 14 notified disasters are there. आ बाकी जो सब से जगह कोन like your cyclone, earthquake, drought, you can see hailstorm, floods. Okay, जो आसाम रे पे होची. Okay, then fire, tsunami, cloud burst, pest attack. सिमती heat wave अच्छी, सिमती cold wave भी अच्छी, cold wave भी अच्छी. ता सहित कोन frost is also. These are the including the heat wave and lightning. These are the 14 notified disaster. A disaster जो reason रे होची, जो भी गोटे disaster हेले, then the state or the region can are eligible for ensuring financial assistance and relief measures from the NDRF and SDRF, and it is been done through एटा को act through असची Disaster Management Act of 2005. ए through ही आसीची ए जिनस. Okay, in this act this provision is there. So this is all about your heat wave and lightning. So this is all about your current affairs of 2nd August to 8th August. I hope you are preparing for your mains, as well as those who are not preparing for mains or preparing for other competitive exams like your ASO, your PEO, जो पाई भी या फिर next year targeting for the next year. I hope this is very helpful, and this weekly roundup is all about your mains analysis and even your for your prelims MCQ based questions. It would be very helpful. Thank you so much. I hope you have a good day.